Okay.
All right, we're live now.
Oh, okay.
The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Listen here, this is a fact of life. I be rapping like Nat Turner came back to life. Grab Donald Trump by the pussy, he ain't acting right. I never run from a conflict, I be glad to fight. It's a very cold world that we living in. Somebody please tell Elizabeth you're not an Indian. You just trying to con them people to get the benefit. Just another immigrant, stealing from the Indians. That's some punk ass shit and that's too lame. Now we finna step over to Andrew Yang. And you a sucker, you can never speak for black folks. Fake ass pandemic, trying to get the black vote. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You know your boy be high off sativa. Kamala wasn't popping, so we said bye, Felicia. She ain't had a right policy. We ain't trying to meet her. Y'all can take Biden too. Bye. We don't need her. We don't need Roland Martin or that coon Al Sharpton. Didn't need Cory Booker from the start, man. I don't fuck with police and no snitch. You know I'm coming with the heat when I spit it. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. If you ever go to court and this is your luck, try not to get fucked by Benjamin Crump. I know it's hard. You and all go is hard. But who the fuck is Amy Cloak? Put her picture up on the bullseye and start throwing darts. People cut our organs out our bodies, that's a stolen heart. They can't save us from the flood like Noah's Ark. Black lives always matter, we finna go for ours. So then we savages, we don't need to pot the piss. Mike Bloomberg can suck dick with that stop and frisk, bitch. You ain't speaking for us, we don't know you. Bernie Sanders, they get your funky ass on too. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me.
Hey, Mac 285, greetings there to you, brother. Okay, waiting for Lady Che and Brother Paris to come on with us. Also, too, we're going to be discussing some issues, you know, and artificial intelligence, I just found out, is taking over. Okay, let's see. Okay, I don't know what's happening with our Denver office. Okay, yeah, it is Brother Paris. Okay, Brother Paris, are you in the house? Okay, I see his avatar up there. Okay. All right, Mac 285, yes, sir. You know, so one of the...
The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Listen here, this is a fact of life. I be rapping like Nat Turner came back to life. Grab Donald Trump by the pussy, he ain't acting right. I never run from a conflict, I be glad to fight. It's a very cold world that we living in. Somebody please tell Elizabeth you're not an Indian. You just trying to con them people to get the benefit. Just another immigrant, stealing from the Indians. That's some punk ass shit and that's too lame. Now we finna step over to Andrew Yang. And you a sucker, you could never speak for black folks. Fake ass pandering, trying to get the black vote. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You know your boy be high off sativa. Kamala wasn't popping, so we said bye, Felicia. She ain't had a right policy. We ain't trying to meet her. Y'all can take Biden too. Bye, we don't need him. We don't need Roland Martin or that coon Al Sharpton. Didn't need Cory Booker from the start, man. I don't fuck with police and no snitch. You know I'm coming with the heat when I spit it. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. If you ever go to court and this is your luck, try not to get fucked by Benjamin Crump. I know it's hard. You and I go is hard. But who the fuck is Amy Cloak? Put her picture up on the bullseye and start throwing darts. People cut our organs out our bodies, that's a stolen heart. They can't save us from the flood like Noah's Ark. Black lives always matter, we finna go for ours. So then we savages, we don't need to pot the piss. Mike Bloomberg can suck dick with that stop and frisk. You ain't speaking for us, we don't know you. Bernie Sanders, they get your funky ass on too. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me.
I'm talking about Sade going crazy. People going crazy in them motherfuckers. Run that shit back, man.
But it's nothing. Nothing. Got a woman on the bed. Man made the car. Man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made the electrolyte to kick us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water like the seven no man. Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl and a baby boy. And man makes them happy because man makes them dark. But after man make everything we can, do you know that man makes money? To buy from other men. This is a man's world. Oh.
I'm talking about Sade going crazy. People going crazy in them motherfuckers. Run that shit back, man.
But it's nothing. Nothing. Got a woman on the bed. Man made the car. Man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made the electrolyte to kick us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water like the seven no man. Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl and a baby boy. And man makes them happy because man makes them dark. But after man make everything
Grand evening, grand evening. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Frontline Black News. I'm
And later for them buckets, man.
Nuggets, goddammit. Ain't no damn buckets. Nothing but nuggets over
Man.
here.
Yo,
Later fake show.
Man, well, make sure they got to rebuild the team, man.
Thank y'all for tuning in. My Nuggets are going to sweep the Lakers, the fakers again.
Safe bet.
On this season 4, episode 3, part 1 of the Frontline Black News. We'll be discussing several things.
Yes,
in
sir.
addition to that. And those things are tangibles. This is the year and the decade of tangibles. So continue to demand something tangible for your vote, Black family. And we see y'all
absolutely.
all of a sudden saying tangibles. Just all of a sudden, just out the blue. Now y'all talking about tangible this, tangible that. All of a sudden. So we see y'all. And we see y'all. And we're going to continue to push this all the way up to 2100. So it's 2024 all the way up to 2100. Demand something tangible for your vote, Black family.
Hey, and every presidential election, man, you know, going on. Also, too, ladies and gentlemen, you know, the Olympic trials.
Shabaka, I'm not done. I am literally just getting started. So then we got 2024 to 2100. Then we got Black voters are considering third-party candidates due to Biden.
Great news.
Great news. So support Cornel West for president. And then we got Tim Scott compares anti-Black injustice. You know, your boy, the stymied-looking individual, Uncle Tim Scott,
yes, sir.
compares anti-Black injustice to the dump, as in human shit.
And we want to make that perfectly clear.
Trial. Shocking comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Then our good brother, Professor Black Truth, is going to give us the reason why we shouldn't even worry about the dump as in human shit, and we want to make that perfectly clear.
Absolutely.
Pornstar Payoff trial begins. No, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, and I got some comments on that, man.
Okay. Then we got Black Uber driver killed.
Oh, yeah.
By 81-year-old white man.
Yes, sir.
And then we got new charges filed against William Brocc.
Yes, sir. And also, too, a supplemental on the Black Uber driver who's got killed. There's a Black DoorDash driver who is missing in the city of Chicago. And I believe he's been missing, man, for about 5 days.
Yeah. So we can touch on that when we get there. And then we got Maxwell Anderson, white supremacist elitist Sade Robinson in the RWS media is quiet about this, about his history. So it's the white supremacist that killed the sister that he was dating in the white media.
Oh, yeah, and dismembered her body.
Yeah,
she found him on a dating app. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, beware of those dating apps. Because you got sick old predators out there. Plus that there too.
I got to get to the topics. That's one of. Okay, so then after that we got Chicago desire for mayor recall.
Great news.
Then we got white liberal taunts Black Chicagoans about migrant spending at city council meeting.
Right.
Then we got Charles the coon-ass Barkley and Gayle gay-ass King show ends. Yay!
Great news. That show is garbage anyway. Great news.
And if we have time, the Colorado Black Roundtable event, Operation Youth Rescue at Zion Senior Center this morning.
Oh Lord! Yes,
let the coonery and buffoonery begin. So Grand Rising,
not Grand Rising,
Grand Evening.
Grand Eve.
Grand Horizons this morning when all this
so much work, man. We losing the track of time.
Cause you okay.
He said, "Oh wait, just ask you a question. Just ask you a question."
Okay, Lady Che has chimed in. Greetings, Lady Che. Good evening to you, Lady Che.
I just shocked to hear that. I'm blood over here.
Lady.
Don't listen or nothing.
Lady Che is right here, y'all.
No, I'm not.
All right, go ahead.
Invisible.
Okay, for starters, disregard the PayPal link in the chat. Is because the link is broken, man. So I got to go make contact with PayPal and go through all of that. Yeah, man. Yeah. So it's kind of like, and then my phone is screwing up again. You know what I'm saying? So all this is just part of the sabotage, man. It's all part of the sabotage.
It's already open.
Yeah.
It was.
Great news. What's the first topic here?
Tangibles, Lady Che. The first topic every.
My fault. I forgot about part of the show anyway. I forgot. My fault.
Oh my god.
Carry on. Tangibles.
Yes.
I kept thinking the Gayle that were over.
They are over.
That's so shocking.
I don't know why that's shocking. I'm surprised it lasted that long. What they got, like 3 months in?
Mm-hmm.
So they've been on longer than that.
6 months in?
Yes, I think it's about 6 months, man. So what they need to do is take all those episodes of Gayle King and Barkley, use it for shit paper.
Literally.
Yeah. Have the robots wipe his ass with it.
Frontline Black News.
Yep. And so let's get on with our topics. And then, of course, as you know, they zapping, man, all the hot spot, that I got with Straight Talk, you know what I mean? So, and I got to go check out me another phone carrier, man, because I'm very, very disappointed with T-Mobile, man. I really am. Yeah. Because what it is, man, they talking about these cyber attacks from China and Russia and all that garbage right there. Let's be real, people. If they was really doing cyber attacks, don't you think the U.S. would come up with all this technology and what have you to safeguard that? But it won't, because somebody's getting paid somewhere.
No, that's why Gayle Scott said that the revolution won't be televised.
Exactly, yeah. And by the way, and I want to give Mr. Gil Scott Heroin credit. May he rest in power with the ancestors for his intuitive insight that he had 50 years ago. See, this is incredible. So anytime that you have intuitive insight and make say about a 75% accuracy, man, of the future 50 years from now, man, you's a bad man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you's a bad man. So right. What it is,
tangibles.
Oh yes, the tangibles are $750 trillion intangibles
to 2020 or 2100.
So yes, sir.
Absolutely. So yeah, like I do every show. Let me open this up.
Oh yeah.
So back in 2019, our good brother Tariq Nasheed came up with the hashtag Tangibles 2020. And he was detailing everything that we, meaning the foundational Black Americans, the freedmen, the descendants of American chattel slavery, were going to demand from this political system. So he came up with this, and we've been pushing it for the past 4 years. So everything remains the same except the year. Everything remains the same. The only thing that's changed is the year.
Yes,
so
sir.
Tangibles 2020 as Tangibles 2024, but everything else remains the same. So, the 2024 presidential elections are coming up, and foundational Black Americans are going to reject the 50-year-old malign neglect policy that has been implemented by the political system. This malign policy mandates that Black Americans should be ignored, only mentioned in vague and specific terms. Lumping foundational Black Americans in the groups with minorities, immigrants, people of color, etc., has only hindered the progress of Black Americans as a group, while providing tangible benefits for other groups.
Right. And then also, too, Brother Trey, to give you some more.
In the selection cycle, Black Americans are going to insist that our needs are specifically met by politicians who are seeking our vote.
Right.
Foundational Black Americans want tangible benefits, specifically for us. We do not want trickle down secondary benefits that are provided for every group.
Right.
Every group has been systematically marginalized and disenfranchised in every area of society as foundational Black Americans. So we refuse to be lumped in with groups who often assist in the exploitation and disenfranchisement of Black Americans.
Right.
So politicians must offer tangibles, specifically the foundational Black Americans, or we simply will not vote for them. Be sure to spread this message far and wide on social media using the hashtag Tangibles2020. Since it's 2024, it's Tangibles 2024. And in 2026, it'll be Tangibles 2026. And in 2028, it will be Tangibles 2028. All the way up to 100, Black family. Continue to demand something tangible for your vote. All right,
yes, sir.
Thoughts on the tangibles?
Oh, yes, sir. Okay, we definitely need the thoughts. Okay, we definitely need the tangibles. You know why? Because the old Biden regime, they're giving like $91 billion to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. So therefore, if they can go out there and, you know what I'm saying, to give them that, then surely they should not have not one fucking problem about giving us what is rightfully due to us. Now, for all you scums out there, particularly you RWSs, dump supporters, ass scratchers, Yasser Bosses, Uncle Toms, Coons, you know what I mean? If they can give all that money there to Israel to fund these proxy wars in the Middle East, and they fighting over oil, okay, then surely they could break us off. You see what I'm saying? And I would debate with any of these chicken pecking, ass scratching Uncle Toms. You see what I'm saying? And they can call in on Tuesday night. Now, on Tuesday night, we have the elder coming on that you're very, very familiar with, Brother Che. I spoke with him today. He says no cursing. He wants an organized format. And then, of course, we want the Joe Gibsons. We want the Illusions to call in. And as soon as they say one cuss word, exit stage left, we'll have the eject button working. You know what I'm saying? Same thing goes with Bianchi, too. Yeah.
So how am I supposed to participate, Shabaka?
Shabaka, ladies, supposed to participate.
How am I supposed to participate?
What do you mean? You simply call in the show, Lady Che.
I know, but you know I cuss like a sailor.
Okay, but that's just it, though. We're going to give Elder McChesnick, you know, his props, Lady Che, because okay, but on the RVA, Lady Che, you did an excellent show with Elder McChesnick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, Mr. McChesnick says that he has no problem, just as long as we don't get to cussing. So when when our favorite, and then when our favorite haters call in, you know, they're gonna be muted. You know what I'm saying? And then they could put all the hate mail, you know, in the chat room. I note it down. And then the next time, you know, that we do StreamYard Live, okay, is that, you know, we'll read the hate mail. Because I told the elder, okay, now, I just got 2 more sentences to say on that there, Brother Che, and then we can move forward. And then If they ever disrespect the elder, they will be, the eject button will be at the ready. You know what I'm saying? And you know how we do it, brother Che. You know what I'm saying? And we don't like doing it, but you're not gonna sit up here and come disrespect our platforms. You know what I'm saying? Because we're growing. You see what
Right.
I mean? And then due to data usage being burned up, unfortunately, I cannot share this here to the like page of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Okay, but however,
Mm.
what we will do is that I did put the URL out there, on my Facebook page for people if they want to join us, with the StreamYard link. Hopefully, we'll get somebody. Everybody's monetizing. We got to monetize as well too. You know what I'm saying? Now we don't mind you sharing your content, folks, up on our platforms, but please reciprocate. You see what I'm saying? It's because this is the new dawn of new black media. You see what I'm saying? And brother Che, you got many, many years ahead of you, man, to working on what have you. And then when I transition, you know what I mean? Hey, man, you're going to be running this, And I'm going to try to delay my unavoidable appointment as long as I can. I will try to avoid the unavoidable as long as possible.
I can dig it, Shabaka. I can definitely dig it.
Yeah, I wish you don't worry. It's a great answer.
Yeah,
So,
and
Shay has something she would like to say.
Oh man, you're gonna love this.
What are your thoughts, Lady Shay, on the tangibles?
So I got the hard voice, family. I'm really, really sick. I've been coughing and everything. So it drug my voice, and then I was like arguing with my sister.
Load up on that cranberry juice, Lady Che. That's what I do. Load up on that cranberry juice.
Just get back for the food bank tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna be very quick, family. This is a direct message to the cool bed buck broken bed winching non-sleeping ass mammies, fucking buck broken ass weirdos over here in our city in Denver. This is a direct message. This is what Tangibles is about, and you can say you're welcome later to me.
Okay.
You voted for Tangibles, right? So I'm only going to vote. I hold my vote, like I've been saying, apparently, because I don't think we should vote in the presidential election at the time. I didn't think so. But since I am this third party candidate fucking person that thought the third party candidate was gonna be the shit, and I Brandon Green Majors, was also the one that before Jesse and his party and decided to go ahead and do their own thing, but they did their own thing. They did do their research and brought Cornell West down here. I was all for it.
You got background noise, Shabaka.
You're welcome, Colorado. Colorado, we gave you a third option. The third option is the people's option. It's a choice for the people to choose. Okay, that's what the third party candidate is, right? Yep. And I said, well, cool, let me assist you with this shit. So you can thank me later, just presenting that in a ballot line, looking at the shit, and at least you got a third option to choose from. Right. Whether you go that route or not, you're welcome.
Got that option.
All right, now also too, when I say I'm only gonna vote and like for something tangible, I'm gonna vote for the candidates that I put work into. Meaning, I'm gonna support Jesse Paris for House District 8. Yeah. Pause right there, because I put the work in with Jesse on all this last campaign before this and this one. Now we'll directly say something to you, fucking Denver, basic ass, average, buck broken, bed wenching, motherfucking non-believing ass, fucking old, wishy-washy. Was settled for fucking pants and praise and butter biscuits from the fucking man. Must have the approval of a white man before you believe anything. Before you will believe anything, listen to this, okay? Check it out, cuz. Check it out. I'm speaking directly to you. Fucking non-fucking believing, free-thinking coonzo. All you motherfuckers over there, I'm speaking to you right here. Right here. Everybody on that John Bailey, anybody who side with the free coonzo, look, if you didn't believe it at first, it is war politically. It is war, right? We are in war. You fuckers are lame. You will suck the fucking teeth of the white man for his praises, for his dollars, for his butter biscuits, whatever fuck it is, a pat on the hand, whatever fucking cooning you doing. It is bullshit. Now, how dare you ever out your motherfucking mouth, and we got it on video, ever say he wasn't on the ballot? Why the fuck would he lie and put us through all that? Right. Why the fuck would we even do any of this? Right. So, while you're saying that, we got the proof in all kind of matters. We, over here at the Frontline Black News, anything associated with that, we bring the fucking receipts. We put in the fucking work. We are the truth. Now, we ain't no coons. Right. We ain't no mammies over here. Ain't no buck broken ass kissing shit over here. We ain't gonna fucking bow down over here. Okay, while you over there submission for the fucking democratic society or democratic fucking people, you go ahead and keep that. You up there with the dominant society. You enemies to our people. You don't know how to stay black. Yeah, you can be black on the skin, but you white and them on the inside. That's the boule. All right? You keep all that boule, that motherfucking nonsense over there. Yeah, I'm mad. It's only going to get worse. You lucky you didn't see me in person. You lucky I don't show up. You lucky I'm too fucking sick. Because the moment that motherfucker said you weren't on the ballot today, I'd have got up and said, you know what, nigga? You ain't shit. You sure as fuck don't got the fucking courage. So just pipe down, little boy. Pipe down. And we is on the ballot. Now, you won't let a white lady like you do with everybody else take over a fucking district again? You gonna let the whites run the district when there's so much going on? You gonna do that? You gonna see how all the black people done submitted themselves out this race? Don't you want to know why? Aren't you curious? Well, let me bring it to you. Just because the little old lesbian bitch got bread, she pushing $1 trillion motherfucking agenda. $1 trillion fucking agenda. Now, if you are so sick of that motherfucking pronoun shit, you get your motherfucking head out your goddamn ass and really look at shit. She got the bread to put herself there, but she ain't got the party. She got the yes, ma'am. So with that being said, stay tuned, because all you fuck niggas gonna walk this back. All of you will walk this back. You will apologize. We demand it. You will make fucking definite fucking apology to us in person. I will make you do it. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm playing. Fuck with me if you want to. And fuck with me if you want to. This is we're so fucking tired of disrespect with you. How dare you call us a fucking liar? How dare you say he don't speak for us? Well, you know what? I'm thankful he don't speak for you, motherfucking old coon, fucking buck broken, bad wedge, fucking yes master types, okay? I'm so fucking good with that. Stay your motherfucking ass over there. We prepared ourselves mentally. We are at war. So no matter what the fuck you say, no matter how you feel this time, we see you. We saw you. We see you definitely. We prepared for that. Go ahead. Go ahead and do everything you did last time. We're not fucked up with it. We already know you can't be counted on. This is that type where you say community, right? Yeah. Community. We want something tangible for the community. Well, I'm sorry, but real ones don't want nothing from their butt broken, bed wenching, kiss ass motherfucking black people that think they got a little bit of bread or a little bit of position to go make moves. At the end of the day, the season is calling for change. The season ain't calling for placate. The season ain't calling for tell me pacify words and wet my pussy type shit. The season ain't doing that. The season wants change. The season wants a strong leader. Ain't no strong leader has ever fucking ruled District 8. Let me tell you why I know. Because we wouldn't be living like shit. So that's what we go about to get. A strong leader that's going to change this shit. So you can get out of benign neglect. So we don't have homeless people standing around everywhere. They have something to do where people can have a place to live, where it ain't be set up because you're black. You ain't being set up by the white man that you love to kiss ass to. We are done with that. And we do it at the house level, the state level, So you kiss your motherfucking ass, keep that motherfucking local shit down here. City councils that you want to be kissing ass and shit. Do all that over here, but we're going to the state level, and you're gonna respect that, and you're gonna give us a fucking apology. And when you see us, stop Jesse closing it because I'm sick. When you see us, you will fucking apologize. It'll be all over the media here shortly. And don't think that because you lucky you deal with Jesse. You lucky Jesse's so kind. You lucky Jesse's so polite. Because this motherfucker right here ain't got no goddamn sense. And I don't give a fuck. I will say exactly how the fuck it is because the season is calling for it. If you look all over the nation, the season is calling for a strong fucking leader. We're the beginning, family, of the fucking Black Revolution. Real shit. We're at the beginning because we're going to apply pressure for reparations. We're going to apply pressure for fucking change. And we are at the beginning. And Colorado ain't no motherfucking different. And especially about to go down here because we are so fucking tired. The few fucking real black people here are wild-eyed and militant. And we're fucking tired. We're tired. And we're tired of being told no by our own fucking kin. They want to kiss ass and take praise and acknowledge it for the dominant society. Just because the dominant society has been programmed to rule us. Fuck that. Fuck you, fuck that. And you choose this white lady who on a fucking $1 trillion agenda that only talk to black people what you want to tokenize. Cuz, calm down. You ain't shit. And we'll recognize you and we'll make sure we tell you that. It is the season of calling out the coons. It is the season of calling out the buck broken. It is the motherfucking season of calling it out. And if you want something fucking tangible, you live in this area, I'm telling you, I am going to put my fucking vote in the motherfucker that I put work into. I'm putting my vote in my House District 8 candidate, Jennifer Paris. You're welcome. And you're also welcome for Cornell West being on the ballot because that's the third option. At least they gave you that. So you can't say we ain't fucking something to think about, look into, and get behind because we gave you a motherfucking third option. I don't think anybody else would. They only want you to choose from red or blue. And fuck all that. We're in America. We should have choices. So you're welcome, even if you don't.
Well, okay, Lady Che, it is because that you're in America of why they censor us.
Yo, man, salute to MD.
He's MD.
Okay, hey, MD20, what's going on with you, man? How you doing?
Sure, Shabaka, that's what's up.
Say what now? I'm what?
You were able to share it.
Yeah. Okay, but like I said, man, I want to get it out there.
People.
And this data plan that I got.
So they were there gallivanting over here, stuck in D listening to us. Yeah, wait till you see me though. Wait till you see me. I just live in person. You should know that's why Jesse don't take me nowhere.
It's just daps and hugs.
Daps and hugs. And listen over here, you little old bitch, Meridian. Listen over here, you fucking weird ass motherfucking bitch. Listen over here, cuz. Listen to me, cuz. I give a fuck what you think. When you see me, you gonna fix your mouth to apologize to my dude. Yep. You fucking old raggedy ass bitch. Oh, check this out, cuz when you see me, I promise you, on my skin, you will apologize. You will fix your mouth and apologize. How dare you say he don't speak for us? Thankfully, he can't speak for no tether. Thankfully, he will not speak for no weird ass man. Thank you. I'm sorry, he can't speak for nobody.
Oh no, man, no, he didn't. Damn.
Black Fighter.
MD, was he stopped or did it go to distance? And what was the scorecards?
Oh my God, I don't know what he's talking about. Anyways, I'm interrupting. My fucking Mary ass fucking Meridian. Check this out. You will apologize. Same with you, stupid ass Tay. Don't make me force it out of you by another way. I will. You gonna apologize? You gonna stop disrespecting? And you, Jeff Bard, you have to walk all that back, cuz.
And you, John Bailey, as well.
You're gonna have to walk all of this fucking back. The disrespect from the first team, from the fucking mayoral campaign, to the disrespect now to your little fucking followers disrespecting.
Yeah.
You are gonna walk it all back. Because what go around, come around. Because what's good for the gander or what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So what you doing to us, don't think it can't happen to you.
Right.
Don't think nobody got that kind of pull to upset the balance of your life. Do you think that what's happening, like on Black Twitter and all that extra shit, cuz you think that that's just happening? Okay, but keep fucking with us. Mm-hmm. All right? When we say we at war with everybody just to make fucking change for the fucking people. And you cowardly motherfuckers who don't got the courage. You ain't got the courage to stand up and jump in line, put your name in the race, but you got all the audacity to sit on the fucking sidelines with your bag of popcorn, talking shit. Fuck you. Stick it in your ass. You getting it. Everybody will catch they fucking cut. And you better be lucky I wasn't around when he fucking said that. Better be lucky I wasn't around when John Bailey disrespected him in public. You better be thankful because I wouldn't have had it. You see, I get down to city council in public, right? A white bitch laughing at us, and I had to check her too. I have to calm down before I get arrested, right? That's what they told me to do. Why would we go calm down? There's no calming this down. I put in the motherfucking work, what? So you're not going to embarrass him.
You're exercising your free
There you go. Right. I'm done now. I can't stop yelling.
Okay. You said the ref stopped the fight. It was close for the first couple of rounds. Okay, how did Haney get stopped?
What is that?
You're talking about
the boxer.
Devin Haney, yeah, it was for the okay, so which means Devin Haney just lost the title. Yeah, it was the title fight. And Devin Haney lost. Oh man. Okay. You see now this is what I'm talking about, Black family.
Tangibles. Wrap it up with tangibles.
I'm done. That's tangible. I put in my work.
Okay. And what's happening is, Black family. Okay. Okay. What's happening is in your generation, we have lost our cohesiveness. Okay. And I'm very
currently we have lost it. Yes.
Yeah. We lost the cohesiveness, and the way how we lost the cohesiveness, ladies and gentlemen, is with this concept of integration. Okay, is because everybody else is benefiting off of it except us. Okay, so you can call it racism, you can call it hatred, but just call in on Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying, for Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, and the number to call. And that's April 23rd, 2024. And the number to call in is 516-418-5996. Okay. Something, ladies and gentlemen, has happened to our cohesiveness. And my theory is, being an old SOB, is that our cohesiveness has went down the toilet. Okay. Because this illusion of inclusion, man, we biting the bait on it, hook, line, and sinker. And I'm so very, very sorry to see that, you see. But however, it is part of a long-term conspiracy, as you brought out, Brother Che, all the way back from Tricky Dick days, you know what I'm saying, and Henry Kissinger, when they came out with that plan, to effeminize the black male, you see. And I don't know how Devin Haney lost. Okay, I will look at it because Devin Haney is from Panther Town, and I'm very, very sorry to see that. You know what I mean? And what have you? And that day just ruined my evening. You know what I mean? So moving right along. Okay, and also too, Brother Che, I am still trying to find that email.
Continue to man something. Thank you, Spuggy. Moving right along. Continue to man something tangible for your vote. Oh,
what you gonna say, Spuggy? Real quick. We have to move forward.
Okay, yeah. What it is we got to get the cohesiveness back, Black family, is because I'm on my way out. Okay, it is essential for the generations after me for your very, very survival. Okay, get rid of this integrational shit. It did not work. It's not going to work. It is designed to hold us back, and this is why I appreciate President Museveni of Uganda when Biden had sent one of his alphabetized boys over there. Well, you got to embrace the LGBT or otherwise, we'll kill your aid. And President Museveni said, look, Trick, we don't deal with that over here, man, of what you talking about, ketchup up a man's ass, talking about that he's menstruating, all that old type of crap. He says, man, and shake the spot, meaning get up out of Dodge, and take this garbage with you. So I appreciate that. Now, as Brother Che has said, over our years of doing this here together, is as he says, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Now, this is how folks, when you're getting old, when the lingo changes. Okay. Now, these tethers, as Brother Che says, they got to go. They got to go, Black families, because you see, this illusion of inclusion is garbage. Everybody else is benefiting off of it except us. Now, Governor Bud down there in the great state of Texas.
Oh my gosh, we got to move on.
All right, let's move on.
All right, so the next topic is Black voters are considering third-party candidates. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Great news. Goddamn
right, but goddamn right. You're welcome. You should be thankful if motherfucker give you a third option. They weren't trying to give you no options.
Oh, MD said, okay, so he lost standing up. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, the first thing he needs to do is get fired trainer. Fire the trainer. But he definitely didn't look like himself for the first time. He was knocked down in his career. Oh, man. Boy, okay, so I'll pull it up, man, when I fall asleep tonight. Okay, so what it is, man.
All right, so Lisa's gonna give us the update on this. Like I said, y'all are welcome.
Okay.
All right.
So shout out to Lisa Cabrera.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are many in the community that are not content with voting for Biden or Trump, and they are looking towards the third-party candidates that are running. So recently, they have been looking at certain reports, and they are finding that many are not okay with the idea of voting for President Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump. And many in the community are saying that's out of the question. But one thing that is going to work out for Donald Trump is the fact that so many Black voters are turned off by Biden. And the economy is what they are most unhappy with under the Biden administration. Casey Quinlan, the economy reporter for State's Newsroom, wrote a piece for the Georgia Recorder. Black voters key to election Biden in 2020. Yeah, if it wasn't for the Black vote, Biden wouldn't be sitting there today, for real. Money woes make some question their support in 2024. So they said there are multiple examples of Black voters reflecting a larger trend of dissatisfaction with Biden's economic track record. Citing Cleveland resident Jennifer Garner, said that Black voters overwhelmingly supported Joe Biden in 2020 and were key to his win. But as many like Garner struggle to make ends meet now, there is some evidence that Black voter enthusiasm for Biden is slipping. And Trump is hoping to capitalize on that. Yeah, and that's fine that Donald Trump is doing that, but always keep in mind, Donald Trump has not offered the Black community a thing. Okay? I know some people were talking about that platinum thing he had out, that bill. And let's face it, he's not even talking about that. He might have been speaking about it when he was still in office, but since Trump left office, he has not spoken once on that platinum plan. Not one time. So I have to work 2 jobs overtime just to even try to cover my rent, which means I have no time to be able to enjoy my life, Garner said. The only way things are going to get better is if people start talking and just let them know the economy sucks. We need better jobs and more money. So she voted for Biden in 2020, but says now she is researching the other candidates, although she has ruled out former President Donald Trump. However, Gardner later added that she wasn't leaning towards anyone just yet. The reporter also spoke to Adriana Lewis, who was like Garner, ruled out voting for Trump, but nonetheless laments that in this economy, people are not able to pay for doctor visits and prescriptions. In addition, the report summarized the strife of a Philadelphian named Sarah Wallace as she contends with a $200,000 student loan debt and says she struggles to get treatment for her diabetes. And in response, she wants to see political leaders do more on student debt relief and make healthcare more affordable and accessible. So she does not believe the economy has improved under Biden and that she doesn't see inflation easing enough to make a difference for her at the grocery store. I think Biden sold all of us on a dream to get into office, and that was that. Buying food, you're never buying the most healthy food because they're more expensive. So you kind of have to impoverish what you can and cannot do.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
all right. So you know,
where
I think as we get closer to November, really summer is going to be very telling in what direction the community is going in. Now, we know there's a lot of people speaking out, but that's really going to be definitive. If you see the middle of summer come and people are still not sold on Biden or Trump, yeah, then I think the election is going to be a toss-up. I don't think it's going to be a shoo-in for Donald Trump, because when I go online and I look at some of the articles, even some of the people that look just like Donald Trump, they don't want to vote for him. In fact, they're calling him a criminal, and they don't want a criminal in office. But I got news for you. All of your presidents are criminals, including Joe Biden sitting in office. They're all criminals. I don't think you had one in office that wasn't a criminal.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
So anyway,
and the words of Tricky Dick,
they said to counter Trump, the Biden campaign is spending millions on radio ads in swing states at Black-owned and, and Latino-owned radio stations to point out the administration's accomplishments.
Oh, shit.
Wow. If you got to point that out, then something's wrong. Shouldn't we just see what Joe Biden did? How come we don't? I guess they think if they keep saying it over and over, it's going to resonate. It's not going to resonate, especially if people are still struggling out here. It won't matter what your accomplishments are.
We got to get it together with the date, but give some time.
Including investments in historically Black colleges and universities. Oh, and Trump is still on that. I've done more for the Black community than any other president other than Abraham Lincoln. He said that about 7 days ago again.
They already know what it is.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump did say that. But that's yet to be seen, okay?
Oh, right. Grant funding and the American Rescue Plan, the cancellation of student loan debt for 3.9 million borrowers.
No clue.
Reducing Black child poverty in 2021. which it has connected to the then expansion of the child tax credit. All right. So I think the greatest threat to Biden's ability to rebuild his 2020 coalition that looked like the 2012 coalition isn't Donald Trump with Black voters. It's frustration and cynicism that'll lead to an off-ramp of third-party candidates.
Well, you're right on that, Ms. Cabrera. I'll give you to you on that, sister. Yeah,
Biden is trying to be real careful about who he goes out and court in the Black community. Right now, he's not even talking to the youth. And in all honesty, that's a big mistake he's making. Even if you feel those youth, Black men and women may oppose some of the things that you say, but isn't that what politicking is all about? You know, everybody's not going to agree with you.
You talking
about a politician, you should know that.
I talked to one or two.
But y'all tell me what you think.
That's what
you know,
Tuesday show was supposed to be about. Shabbat.
As time move on, you know, you got the segment within the community that said they're going to vote Trump. You have, you know, of course, you got the ones that are content with Biden. I don't know how they are, but they are. And then you have those that are eyeing third-party candidates because they don't want to go in that voting booth and vote for Biden or Trump. So it looks like this time around, the Black vote is very split. Probably more split than it's ever been.
Yeah, she's right about
that.
But
tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And
like and subscribe to Front Black News. Okay, we appreciate Ms. Cabrera, the great work that she does. But ladies and gentlemen, we out here trying to get monetized as well too, because we got 11 years invested into this platform right here. 11 years, okay?
12 years, Shabaka 12.
Okay, I stand corrected. Yes, sir, I stand corrected. So therefore, folks, you know, when people go up there and put their material up here on our like page of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, okay, we are deleting it. Now, we don't mind sharing your content, but please reciprocate to have some cooperative economics. Now, supply side economics. Okay, somebody had wrote right here in the description. Okay, supply side economics is that those who are producing, you know, materials, goods, and services, or what have you. Okay, you know, are pretty much setting the price. Okay, all right. MD20 is saying is I doubt that we will continue to see Black folks vote for the presidency at 80 to 90%. A clip. Okay, so you know, we'll wait for the rest of his comments.
Oh, indeed, them days are over.
Yeah. And then what's going to happen is that we got to control the supply side of the economics. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, we have to become producers. You see what I'm saying, of high tech and what have you. And then we need to get some of our Black engineers who are conscious to counterman this artificial intelligence, because it's growing way out of hand. So what's happening is
counterman it, more so get a hold of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by a counterman. You know what I'm saying? Okay. By any means necessary. Okay, then also
it's getting programmed by us.
Yeah, exactly. It's because what's happening is this is why they keep pushing this artificial intelligence. You see what I'm saying? And there's going to come a point when artificial intelligence is going to realize that the carbonated life forms called human beings are the problem. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, the sulfonated ones.
Yes, sir. And particularly the tethers as well, too, is because the tethers are the ones that got the leash and the chain on their brain. You know what I'm saying? Talking all inclusivity, when all inclusivity is going to be our demise. You see what I'm saying? And being an old so-and-so, that's the conclusion that I'm coming to. as well too. And then also too, we got to get up off these GMOs. We got to grow our own food, like Brother
Yeah,
Che has been doing
4
with
years,
that.
4 years straight.
Yes, sir. Okay, and then too, if I don't know if anybody saw the Vernon Johns story with James Earl Jones a few years back. I
Oh
just saw
yeah,
a clip of it, and what James Earl Jones was saying in is that we got to control our own dollars and how we spend our money. Now, no disrespect to Dr. King, but integration. Okay, in the early 1960s, ladies and gentlemen, was the biggest, hugest blow and counterman to black enterprise. You see what I mean? It's because you get a whole lot of black firms. Oh, man, I made some money, so I'm going to go sell it to Universal Music Group, man. You know, it's all about the money. All money is not good money when it comes to financial management, folks. And I'm talking to myself too. Okay, is that you get it's like dominoes. Okay. And what do I mean like dominoes? Okay, the object of dominoes,
money ain't good, man.
yeah, is to prevent, your opponents from playing. And we could do this here, black family. This is what I fought these black politicians for, is because these black politicians, okay, are passe. They're not serving their own agenda. Now, well, man, we got to serve all the people on all that. Okay, now let me ask you this here, black politicians, okay, and then to Obama, the former president. So you telling me, okay, and with me being a man of halfway intelligence, you know what I'm saying? You telling me that the best way for us to progress as a people is to go spend our money with other groups. Now, it's very, very interesting that these other groups circulate their money like 25, 35 times before it leaves their community. Okay, so therefore they're reinvesting into themselves. Now, what's happening with us, we do the exact opposite. Money comes into the black community, man.
It only
It
lasts
leaves
6 hours at the most.
yeah, yeah, exactly. If that long, you see what I mean? So we got to focus on that. Okay. Now, for these confused individuals with the illusion of inclusion, that's your illusion right there. You thinking it's all inclusive, but in actuality, we being pimped worse than a $2 hoe. And I hate to put it in those terms. Those are the facts. You see what I'm saying? And I hate to put it in that terms, but I'm being graphic with it so to clearly understand the message. So therefore, so for all of you out there on social media that call me a black racist and send me hate mail and all that stuff, only thing I can say, folks, is keep those cards and letters coming. It's because the U.S. economy had benefited greatly off of slavery of African peoples here. Biggest damn lie that was ever told was saying, well, you sold your own people into slavery. What is the main thing that the white man is known for? Divide and conquer. Look what he did to the indigenous people here in the continental United States, Brother Che, or the continent known as North and South America. He came with division. He gave the indigenous people their blankets with smallpox in it. Okay, so that's your first form of biochemical warfare. Okay, the same thing, just like with this COVID business and stuff like that. Drink your citrus acid. Try to go natural as you can. But what it is, black family, we got to control our own food production. And there's a lot of black-owned land in the South. Yes, so what we got to do is start marketing to ourselves, meaning that you got to set up your own trucking companies. You got to set up your own distribution plants and things of this nature right here. Oh, just go to Amazon. Just go to Amazon. Amazon ain't reinvesting in the black community. Oh, well, they're so right and all that. Look what the Chinese is doing to the continent of Africa. This is why I appreciate Julius Malema of what he's doing. And then also, too, is that what happened in Niger, where they kicked out the French companies and stuff like that, okay? And then there was a brother that did something there up there on TikTok, telling a white man, about the true nature of himself. Well, that was so long ago. You see what I mean? See, it's something called cognitive dissonance, folks. And then also, too, I'm starting to read books. I'm going to read Freddie D's story, and it's about 1,000 pages long, so that's going to take me a couple of months. And then to Larry Elders. I'm reading his garbage so I can crumb bomb on him. You know what I mean?
Not Uncle Larry.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But sometimes, brother Che, what you got to do with your opponent, okay, you got to get inside their offense, okay. So, which means is that you got to read this garbage, and I know, brother, it's a strain
I
on the
know. It
brain.
would be nice, Brother Shabazz, if we could have that.
happened?
Yeah, he says he does. Can we have some black renaissance in Denver? Okay.
Yes, we
Now,
can.
RBG
This
right
guy's
there, man, is talking a lot of senses because you had the Harlem Renaissance. You need some black renaissance in Denver, and you also had the Chicago Renaissance as well too. We don't have enough. We don't have a stronghold in Los Angeles to
Just
make it
makes
happen because we lost a lot of ground
Uncle Larry.
when Lamert Park went under. You see what I'm saying? Is because Lamert Park, that there was a center, for black culture and oh yeah, Uncle Larry. Yeah, I know MD20 is sickening, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this tricks book right now where old Elder says, now listen to this here, people. Listen to this garbage. The 10 things you can't say in America by Larry Elder. Just say and if you're gonna crumb bomb on somebody, you got to read their material. Henry Louis Gates. Okay, I appreciate your education, Dr. Gates. But Dr. Gates, I noticed that when you was doing your what is that there, your DNA and what your ancestry.com, I noticed, Dr. Gates, is that when you speak to your people over the videos that you see, I noticed, sir, that you place more emphasis on the rape and slave trade and pedophile as opposed, to the actual African. You see, and like Carter G. Woodson said about the miseducation of the Negro, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I respect a man's accomplishments and what have you, because to get a PhD degree, it is a mighty, mighty challenge and an uphill battle. Now, and the reason why I'm mentioning this is because, as we all know, when Obama was the president, or Osambo, as Brother Che properly refers to him as, okay, Dr. Gates, was going over his fence, to get inside of his residence. It's because he had left whatever key or what have you to get inside. The man is climbing over his own gate. So the white police officer comes out there, with his mentality, causes the man a bad problem and stuff like that. And then what does old Sambo say? Come to the White House and let's sit down and have a beer. President Obama, you might as well should have broke out some Night Train or some Rot Gut Ripple with that. That was a grave insult. What you should have did, Obama, is signed an executive order, or you should have directed the FBI to arrest this fool for violation of this man's civil rights. You say, how is somebody going to be trespassing on their own property? You see what I'm saying? That doesn't compute, you see. And then also, too, old Elder was up here in his book, crumb bumming on Johnny Cochran, you know what I mean, about the O.J. Simpson
How
case.
dare you try to crumb bomb on Johnny Cochran?
Yeah, right, exactly. And I remember, and Larry Elders, what you could do, Mr. Elder, you could call in at 516-418-5996 Tuesday night, sir. And then you and I can discuss it. And be sure to bring your other fellow coon and Uncle Tom Leo Terrell with you. How you going to sit up there and crumb bum on Johnny Cochran, and Johnny Cochran had taken so many cases pro bono for Black Los Angeles, it's pathetic. What pro bono cases did you take, Terrell? What pro bono cases did you take, Elders? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course. You see, of course. You see what I mean? When you have such knowledge, as Dr. Marimbani says, you're supposed to bring this knowledge back.
Here's one thing you need to do.
Okay, get rid of the commercial, later for the commercial, later for the commercial, later for the commercial. Okay, you ain't paying us, man. We ain't interested in the garbage that you're trying to sell. We're not interested in the garbage you're trying to push. Okay. And also, too, I am still trying to reach out there to Miss Cabrera. You know what I'm saying? We would love to have her as a guest. You know what I mean? Okay, anti-black injustice versus Trump trial. Shocking comparison. Okay, what's the good sister got to say?
I'm muted. I gotta set up. Sorry, Spucker. That's how she has the screen set up.
Okay.
Family and fellow soldier.
No, I jumped ahead.
Okay.
Racist country.
I tell you what, you can find a lot of goofy ass pictures of Tim Scott. There is definitely no shortage of those pictures out here.
No shortage.
Well, he went to say something dumb as usual. I mean, oh boy. Well, I want to thank one of my subscribers, Justice the Truth, for this story. Oh boy. Senator Tim Scott compares prejudiced Donald Trump trial to anti-Black injustice in the court system.
Boom.
There is no comparison.
Right.
The man is
to
sick.
the financial crimes that Donald Trump has committed to Black injustice in the court system. There are no comparisons whatsoever.
Exactly.
One has nothing to do with the other. And you being a lawmaker, Tim Scott, why haven't you done anything about anti-Black injustice in the court system, since you know it does exist and you're a lawmaker? What are you doing to change that?
Hell no, MD.
That's what I would like to know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he's trying to ride the coattails of what Donald Trump said, that Black people feel he's being discriminated against, which I have never come across one that have said that. And, and because of his indictment, people from the Black community, I guess, are sympathizing with him. That would only be true if we're all in the court system, Donald Trump, and the vast majority of us are not.
Exactly.
Nice try, though. So, anyway, wow. Tim Scott cheers on Republican presidential candidate, former President Donald Trump, speaks during an election night watch party at the state fairgrounds on February 24th, 2024 in Columbia, South.
Subscribe to Frontline Black Nose.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. And then also too, MD 20 years.
The only reason many people know the name Senator Tim Scott is that the South Carolina GOP is the only Black senator, also the only Black senator in the state's 225-year history of having senators, has dedicated his political platform to declaring that America is not a racist country. Yeah, that's true. And denying the existence of systemic racism. Data be damned. Why then does Scott always seem to invoke systemic anti-Black racism whenever he needs? I guess if it is to compare it to a white person that's going through something in the legal system, then that's the only time racism in the Black community exists. But any other time, to Tim Scott, it does not. It doesn't.
Ass Tim Scott.
Man, it's sad.
On
And
Tuesday,
really,
Scott sat down for an interview with Breitbart News. Well, there go your problem right there, Tim. During which he cried orangey white tears on the behalf of the ex-president Donald Trump, who just attended the second day of his criminal trial in Manhattan, where he faces 34 felony counts of allegedly falsifying business documents to cover up payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Scott just can't seem to stop himself from publicly gushing over the commander in criminal indictments, claim the prejudiced trial against Trump wouldn't be happening if he weren't running for president.
Oh my God.
Then Scott pivoted to an erroneous hypothetical about a thing he has claimed doesn't exist in reality. A Black person being treated unfairly in court. Okay, so how can a Black person be treated unfairly in court, and then you turn around and say America is not a racist country?
It makes no sense. No logical sense.
I mean, man,
Okay.
it is downright disgusting. It's downright
So
disgusting.
Tim Scott, you know what? I'm going to put this on the screen for y'all. You got to see this.
Oh my God.
Okay, so Tim Scott posted this on X, April 16th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. So at the very top, you can see where he wrote, "Imagine if this was not about the red party versus the blue party. Imagine that this was a racial issue." Well, if America is not a racist country, then why would we have to imagine something being a racial issue? So then he goes on and says, put a Black person in the position where the legal system is coming after them because of the color of their skin and because of what they represent for hope in America.
Hope and change.
Dude, for real.
Yeah, MD. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I
He contradicts himself,
Smith, man.
You know, this dude is a walking contradiction for real.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not even a paradox.
I don't know. Maybe he's, you know how you have Driving Mrs. Daisy. Maybe he's auditioning for Driving Donald Trump. You know.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. You the bow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go on. If a person want to believe Donald Trump is being charged with crimes in New York and elsewhere is only happening as a political strategy to sabotage his latest presidential bid, then that's what they're going to believe. By making this argument, Scott is simply doing his job as a Republican during an election year. However, by making this absurd comparison to anti-Black racism in the courtroom, a thing that has been thoroughly documented throughout the nation's history, Scott is playing a role reserved for all of the GOP's prominent Black friends, which is to pretend to be Republican, conservative, bridge to Black America. But Donald Trump is a white man.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a white man. Even on trial, He's still a white man with privilege.
Yep.
He still is. Okay. That is certainly not the same for people in the Black community.
Right.
So, no, there is no comparison
None.
to why Donald Trump is on trial to what happens to Black men and women in your rigged up court system. There is no comparison.
Right.
There is no comparison.
Because when we go to court, it's a kangaroo court.
Donald Trump,
Oh,
even in all his criminal activity and court cases and everything, he is still privileged, y'all.
Yep.
He is still privileged. Yep. All right. So I guess this is the new narrative Black conservatives are trying to run with. I would strongly advise you not to run with this one.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is not being treated like a Black man up in the courtroom. He is being treated like a privileged man. This is why he is still free. He has 90, they took 3 indictments away. So he's got 88 indictments and he's still walking free. We got Black men and women sitting behind bars that don't even have 1 indictment.
Exactly.
Okay? And they are sitting there behind bars. We got people in our community in jail and no crime was ever committed. Those things have never happened to Donald Trump. And you could rest assured it never will. It never will. Donald Trump won't be accused of any crime he didn't commit. Everything he's being accused of, you can best believe Donald Trump did it. Y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think about what Tim Scott is trying to pull. Please leave your comment.
And like and subscribe to Frontline Black News. Answer boxes Black Experience Enhanced. You can call in at 516-418-5996 Tuesday night, and you can leave your comments right there with us. Is because we definitely going to be talking about this idiot. Is because the name of the episode is called Executive Prostitution.
Yeah, that pretty much speaks for itself. Right?
Oh yeah. And then, of course, we have a special guest who's coming on with us, okay? And there will be no cursing allowed on this episode. You know what I mean? It's because I had a long conversation with him today doing it. And so, you know, we're definitely going to respect the elder. Professor Black Truth.
Yeah. Lady Shay, what are your thoughts on the Tim Scott comparing anti-Black injustice to the Taunts trial and how he's being treated?
He's smoking hard crack.
Probably is. Look at Marion Barry.
Must be
and the cold part about Marion Barry, he was strung out on crack, got arrested for it, goes to jail, get out, and the city of Washington, D.C. reelected him again. So,
you talking about Marion?
Yeah, Marion Barry. Yeah, the former mayor of Washington, D.C. Dude comes out a convicted felon, and they reelected him.
Well, I'm telling you, like that's anything Tim Scott says against Black folk, where he's talking about Trump, you know that he's just another butter biscuit fucking pet. You know, doing the bidding of dominant society. And like, I don't understand why is there no Black people, not one single Black person around this weirdo? They can say, hey, no, that wrong. Bad Tim. Sit it down somewhere, Tim. Treat him like a damn dog.
No.
Like he is bad.
Tim Scott is the one that the white folks say, that's my Black friend.
No, I think it's
and then if you recall, ladies and gentlemen,
I put up my pick for who's the worst. And my pick right now is Justin Lee Peterson.
Oh, God, Lady Che. Why did you remind me of that? You just made me nauseated.
So antagonistic.
Jesse A. Peterson.
His job is to upset black folk. Like literally.
Yeah.
It's paid to upset black folk. Yeah.
He literally
Jesse A. Peterson, Lady Che, not cutting your wisdom, sister. But Jesse A. Peterson is going to get up there and say that what did he say, man, is that they shouldn't have black candidates running for political office or some bullshit, and I'm just...
why are black people always begging? Because if you don't stop that bullshit, just fucking Jesse Peterson alone, I mean, it got granted.
I feel sorry for him.
But why hasn't anybody choked him on camera? It be so bad.
No, okay, hold on, Lady Che. If you want to see something that happened on camera, pull up the old Geraldo Rivera TV show where he used to do a talk show, and they had Roy Ennis up there, who was the director of the Congress of Racial Equality. And this white boy gets up there and calls Mr. Ennis a Tom. And Roy Ennis went up there and grabbed him, boy. And if you thought Jerry Springer was bad, boy, they had a melee in there that you wouldn't believe.
Jerry.
No, big boy. See, most of the melees on Springer, those were staged. But on the Geraldo show, Geraldo got a broken nose when them chairs got to flying and he cracked him in his mug. You know what I'm saying? But this white boy is gonna get up there and say to Roy Ennis that this is the biggest Uncle Tom going, and Mr. Ennis, he got up there, man, and picked him up by his neck, and it was on.
Shabaka, wasn't it the Klan that hit him?
That hit who? Jerry Springer? I'm sorry, no, Geraldo Rivera.
Yeah.
Okay, it was somebody, man. Only thing I know, Brother Che, you have to look at it to be sure because it turned into a melee real fast. I mean, it was worse than a barroom brawl.
It was the Klan, Shabaka. He had invited on the stage.
Okay, and then gonna call Mr. Ennis and Uncle Tom, and Mr. Ennis just simply picked him up by his neck. Man, Roy Ennis is a big dude. You know what I'm saying? Now, do you remember the idiot, man, that Cornell X, man, went and confronted, man, is when a good old boy get up there with his weapon and his cowboy hat, we're going to go do something to them Black Panthers, blah, 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 blah. And Cornell X was there, and Cornell X went and stepped up to the dude and said, hey, man, we could tear up this whole block. And then that fool sat there and pissed on himself. That was funny. You see what I'm saying? And you got what they call those there pushing buttons. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's what happened. And old Geraldo, man, he got his nose broke, man. A chair bounced off his mug.
Oh,
man. And if you could pull it up, man, that'd be great.
I was a kid when that happened.
Right, and I was about your age, Brother Paris. You know what I'm saying? So in the future, man, if you could pull that one up, man, hey, I think our numbers will go up on it for that one. You know what I mean? And then also, too, the PayPal link there, Brother Che, in the private chat disregarded. The link is broken, so I'm going to have to get on the phone with those individuals and argue with them and all that old type of nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
You love to do that, Lady Che said there.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the professor talking about?
You're going to give us an update on why we should not give a fuck or give a damn, care about them as in human shit. And we want to make that
we want to make that perfectly clear. Yes, sir. Yes.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the professor, and this is the moment of truth. Well, Operation Drain Donald Trump's campaign coffers is proceeding apace. The first of Trump's criminal trials has now apparently gotten underway, or at the very least, they're preparing to get it underway. And while in media terms, this is basically a shiny object, There's been this predictable orgy of white media coverage for this former president on trial for criminal charges. It's got everything. It happens to have political power. It's got the glitz in the media. Of course, there's the flash and trash because there's a porn star involved. Oh, yeah, this is the kind of catnip that the white media just loves. All the important things that they could be covering, and this is what they want to obsess over because this is okay. It doesn't threaten the status quo. But there's also, of course, the inside game going on here. I'm talking about the one that the Democrats are playing. Now, you have a disproportionate number of black people who have been featured on these white media cable networks talking about this case. That's important. That's deliberate because they want for black people to be able to see this and think to ourselves that somehow we have an avatar in this case. And the avatar is Letitia James or Alvin Bragg or Fannie Willis. They want for us to care about that. They want for us to look at them and somehow see ourselves. Of course, the white media has to mention that there's 3 high-profile black prosecutors across the country going after Trump. They make sure to go ahead and put them up there. And as you would expect from white supremacy, the reason happens to be twofold. On the one hand, we as black people are supposed to feel proud of them for being black prosecutors, though they haven't done a doggone thing for black people. Letitia James cares about Asians being victims of hate crimes, but totally ignores black people in New York. When a black teenager was attacked by a white Latina, Alvin Bragg thoroughly ignored the law and refused to do his job so he could let her go with no jail time. And as for Fannie Willis, the less said, the better. That's certainly one part of it. But also the other part happens to be that these 3 black prosecutors, in case they can't bring home the bacon, the white media wants to make sure that they become the face of the failure to get Trump. That way they'll be humiliated by it, and that'll be the end of them. See, that Jack Smith guy, the white prosecutor in D.C. who's supposed to be looking into Trump and the missing documents for the federal government, the National Archives, they're not making a big deal about that guy. Oh, yeah, they'll mention him occasionally, but as far as they're concerned, they're not waiting with breathless anticipation. When does Jack Smith's trial get underway? Oh, we can't wait for that one. They're not doing that. Instead, they'll say, let's focus on these black prosecutors instead. Yeah, because just in case Trump manages to slip his neck out of the noose, they'll be the ones who become the face of a high-profile embarrassment. As Neely Fuller said, white supremacy believes in taking both sides of the conversation. But James, Bragg, and Willis, that even sounds like a shady law firm now, don't it? Those 3 jokers, they're Democratic Party operatives. I'm not saying don't be part of a political party, but what I am saying is whatever you do, you better make sure you're empowering as many black people as you can. None of those 3 are doing that, which is why the white media is pretending to respect them. By the way, I mentioned earlier Mia Ponsetto, who Alvin Bragg refused to bring charges against, even though this racist creep attacked a black child. Notice how the white right-wingers were always complaining about woke DAs. They didn't have anything to say about Alvin Bragg. They didn't say, oh my God, look at this case. This guy won't even prosecute a hate crime. Nah, they like hate crimes. That's why. They had absolutely no outrage about Mia Ponsetto being cut loose. None of them said that Alvin Bragg's refusal to prosecute Ponsetto was an example of him being a woke DA and that he needs to be removed from office immediately. They didn't link letting these hate criminals go with the spike in crime in these large cities that they claim is going on, which is an exaggeration, but still they keep pushing that boulder up the hill. Alvin Bragg is trying to make his political bones, and that's what he's doing, and he's no different than Letitia James or Fannie Willis. But what all of these guys are hoping for is that this will work out to be a resume enhancer for themselves. None of them has any principles other than self-aggrandizement. Trump's trial hasn't actually begun, by the way. They're still in the jury selection process, but the white media is obsessing over that. Does paying a porn star hush money really justify a prosecution? Probably not. But then again, Bill Clinton perjured himself about Monica Lewinsky, and that didn't exactly deserve an impeachment either. It didn't quite rise to the level of high crimes and misdemeanors. But nonetheless, these are the political games of the white powers that be. This is how they rearrange the deck chairs on the Titanic. And before anyone tries to get started in the comments section, I have no concern for Donald Trump here. Donald Trump had every opportunity that he could to try to make heavy inroads with the black community. He decided instead to give lukewarm support. So that's as much support as he's going to get from me. That's as much sympathy as you're going to get from me. Lukewarm. Oh, well, ain't that just too dang bad? But understand, there's a long game being played here by the Democrats. And it's not just with Trump, by the way. You probably noticed, and I've mentioned this a couple of times, there's been a few facile prosecutions that Biden's Justice Department has been doing of late. Well, the only reason that they're doing these show trial examples that they had going on is because the black media told you about Kristen Clark and the dirty moves that she was pulling. See, we put a name on all of this judicial misconduct. These people who are letting these white supremacists go or otherwise trying to cut them a break. We told you the names of the bad actors. So they're trying to do these little damage control gestures as a way to give themselves something that they can say whenever somebody points out, hey, you guys, you tried to sandbag Ahmaud Arbery's family. You deliberately went behind the back of that family so that you could try to engineer some sort of plea deal that would allow Ahmaud Arbery's murderers to serve their prison sentences in some federal country club instead of the Georgia hellhole where they belong. That's what Kristen Clark did in the case of Ahmaud Arbery. And in the case of Breonna Taylor, she hasn't done anything at all. No. So being gunned down by 3 thugs from the Louisville Police Department, apparently that doesn't count as having your civil rights violated or anything else for that matter. As Black people in this country, we have things far more important that we need to put attention on, things far more important that we need to get the white media to focus on other than Donald Trump and paying off porn stars and all the rest of it. This is not going to mean anything. Even if they can get some sort of conviction, it's hardly as if this is going to be earth-shattering. But of course, that's not what this is really about. This is a political exercise, not a judicial one. Bragg, James, and Willis, these 3, they're hoping to parlay the attention that they're getting into a political career. So don't be surprised when, not if, when one or all 3 of them try to run for governor or for the Senate or something, or otherwise start trying to make entrees to the Democratic National Committee. Hey, you know, there's got to be an ambassadorship somewhere or maybe a federal judgeship. Yeah, give me a federal judgeship. Don't be surprised if they try something like that, because to them, that's what this all represents. It represents a chance for them to introduce themselves to a national audience. Hey, Biden, next time you're choosing a Supreme Court justice, call me, keep my name in mind. That's their game. So no matter how many Black Democrat operatives happen to be prosecuting Trump, no matter how much the white media wants us to also join them in breathless anticipation of, well, what exactly? That Donald Trump's a liar, we know that. That Donald Trump likes to carouse with these little prostitutes, we already know that. What are they going to be telling us that we don't already know? The problem is not that no one has brought Trump's crimes to light. The problem happens to be this is who this guy is. Because when you live in a country that has strict white privilege, especially if you're white and you actually have lots of money, this is not a matter of this guy is committing crimes so much as this is exactly the way the system's supposed to operate. As much of a creep and a lecherous scumbag and an out-and-out racist that Donald Trump is, which also goes for Joe Biden as well, it's hard to get a full head of steam about prosecuting the man precisely because as Black people, what the hell are we going to be getting out of this? I know how this is going to benefit Joe Biden. I know how this is going to benefit the Democratic Party hierarchy, especially if Donald Trump is utterly crippled by all of these criminal prosecutions. I know how it's going to benefit them. I know how it helps them. But exactly how is it going to be helping me as a Black person? How is this going to be helping any Black people at all? Answer, it doesn't, because it's not designed to. It was never meant to. We need as Black people for them to give this kind of attention to people who harm Black folks. This is the kind of attention that should be going to those kind of creeps. So in answer to a question that the white media hasn't gotten around to asking yet, if they want to know how this whole Trump on trial thing is going to affect Black voters, will it interest Black voters, get our attention, particularly the younger Black voters who Biden's having so much trouble appealing to? If they want to know whether or not it's going to matter to those Black voters, well, my jury is still out on that one. Good day and be one. I'd like to.
And like and subscribe to Frontline Black News. Okay, once again, the professor is dropping gems. Okay, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, you know, this white society is, once again, they shitting on us, telling us it's snow, and they pissing on us, telling us that it's rain. And these black ass, no good, sellout, coon ass, no good, yassa bosses, they stink. They really do. They stink. And the reason why they stink is because I hate to see our people, you know, go through all that through the Black empowerment era and plus the civil rights movement. You know what I mean? And those who made the ultimate sacrifice. I mean, what would they say about these current political events? You know what I mean? I hear them screaming from their graves, you know, about, you know, how great an injustice this was. You know, black men going around shoving ketchup up their ass, talking about they menstruated. Come on. Come on. That is an insult to womanhood. You know what I mean? That is an insult to the sanctity of womanhood. You know what I mean? Look at Bruce Jenner. Gonna say good riddance in regard to OJ Simpson, but yet though I guess he was probably taking too much of his drugs,
What? Yes.
transition
Oh.
transition medicine or what have you, and he goes out here and kills a person in a vehicular manslaughter. You know, I mean, and I'm just putting it out there. Don't post nothing up on my wall, about some damn transsexual. Please don't do that there to me. Yeah, please don't do that to me. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
No. Yeah, it is, and it's a direct insult, to the sanctity of womanhood. It really is, So what I'm gonna have to do?
Get to the topic. The dumps Pornstar payoff trial begins. Do we care?
Yeah, and we are doing an episode, and we got the link in the chat room right there for Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Okay, Pacific, 9 p.m. in the East, and
Shabaka, that's not what I asked you.
What did you ask me?
I said, what are your thoughts on the dumps Pornstar payoff trial beginning? And do we care?
Okay, I really don't care. That's why they call them tricks.
All right, Lady Shay, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, we don't care. If you're really serious about watching him fail about the shit he did already, I guess you'd be interested. But honestly, with everything going on the world, you just catch the highlights of the daily events that happen at the Trump trial. So after that, nobody really cares because, look, they let him run or campaign with 91 charges. Three court cases in the midst of it. So it's like
fool's supposed to be in jail on a no bond hold, man. 91 counts. He's supposed to be in jail on a no bond hold, man.
They lock anybody up for anything with one charge, and it'll be a misdemeanor. A motherfucker get locked up. So, but they gonna let him do whatever he want to do. At this point, excuse me. At this point, it's obnoxious. So, no, nobody cares. And Tony got a gag order. So shit, nobody cares. They really want to find out. Look what happened. Somebody lit themselves on fire. Right down the block from his shit.
In the court, outside the court. Bro.
Yeah, right down the block from his shit while he's at trial. What does that really say? The world is coming to an end or what? It shows crazy. So nobody cares really, but why do we care is the thing, because black people, again, I reiterate, he is not talking about shit for us on his website. He's not addressing the main event, which is reparations. He's not talking about anything. He mentions black people in 2 words: African American.
On
the website.
The dump.
That's it. That's all he gets. That's all he has given us. So you could get excited, show out 30 panties at him if you want to, but he's not really thinking about you like that. You know what I mean? Because he can't even have his people make a special note or anything just on his website just to address the fucking we'll throw out some broad and ambiguous words, inequality, benign neglect, whatever. He didn't say shit about us. He don't care. So why should you?
Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, you know what I mean? And what have you. And then also, too, this is going to be my last comment for tonight. Okay, with all these charges that
we got to stay to the next topic, Shabaka.
Okay.
The Uber driver.
Oh, yes, most definitely, yeah. Okay, so therefore, what Trump has done, just to show you the hypocrisy of the American social order, he goes out here, man, commits all these crimes, as the president, then gets upset, okay, is because he's getting indicted. You know what I mean? And hopefully he will get convicted. Is because on my notes they did impanel a jury for him. You know, the 12 in a box, and then they got 6 alternate jurors as well too. So, and they showing a dump sitting there in the courtroom. And then when dump goes off in the courtroom, which it will, hopefully they'll bound and gag his ass like they did Bobby Seale in Chicago.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. I would love to see a cartoon picture with him sitting there bound and gagged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
the
know,
perfect.
yeah, the orange raccoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so moving right along.
Yes, sir.
We got a black Uber driver killed by 81-year-old white man.
Yes, sir.
No charges filed against William Brocc.
Yes, sir.
Oh, was this old boy's grandpa? Oh shit! I just put 2 and 2. Remember Brocc Turner?
Okay, who was Brocc Turner?
That was the one that was raping the women, and the judge said that he didn't want to give him a harsh sentence because it would ruin his life.
Oh man, the hypocrisy is real.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay.
They love to pick and choose.
Yeah, man. Man, I wish. One day, family. One day.
So it's fun, the original story, but this is the update. Alicia.
So to all of you great MAGA Republicans, I love you. You know that. If you want
It's so different. These black versions, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, I did a live stream on this a little earlier, and the story is really changing, y'all. And it's at the point I'm not sure what happened. All I know is this woman got a call to show up at this man's house to pick up a package. Now they're making the claim that he got dementia. And y'all, if this man got dementia, this whole thing could be made up. About the scammers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying if. I mean, they have not showed any medical proof that this man has dementia, but that is one of the claims that's out there. So if that is in fact the case, there may not have ever been scammers at all. And my question is, if this man had dementia, what was he doing with a weapon?
Right.
And was he living alone, or was somebody in that house that lived with him? I mean, who else was in that house other than him? You know, I have a lot of questions. Right. Now, this whole thing about scammers may not be scammers at all. Look, my mother had dementia. And so she would say random things, or she would think things that happened, and those things actually never did happen. So, you know, so believe me, I know all too well about dementia because I had to deal with it when my mother was still living. So if that is the case, then this man should still be put away somewhere. He should not be free to do this again.
When he gets to that point.
But like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but that's what they're putting out there, you know. And sometimes they could be putting these things out there because they're trying to save him. You know, they certainly don't care about the victim. We have seen that time and time again, especially when, you know, the victim is black and the shooter is white. Yeah. Okay. I mean, you may get mad because I'm saying this, but it is the damn truth.
Right.
So additional charges filed against man in killing of Uber driver he mistakenly believed was a scammer. All right. So this is 81-year-old William Brocc, and he's a man that lives in Ohio. He pled not guilty to multiple counts of murder and other charges Wednesday related to the shooting death of Uber driver he mistakenly believed was working with a scammer attempting to extort him. This is according to Clark County prosecutor. William Brocc was previously arraigned on a murder charge for purposely causing the death of Lolitha Hall. On Monday, a grand jury indicted him on the charge, as well as 2 new charges of felony murder, according to court records. So the 2 felony murder counts accuse Brocc of causing Hall's death as a result of committing or trying to commit another underlying felony, felonious assault and kidnapping, respectively. Yeah, because he was preventing her from leaving and she was trying to get out of there.
Yeah, that's kidnapping.
In addition to the 3 murder counts, he was also charged with kidnapping her and felonious assault. In all, he faces 5 charges. CNN reached out to Brock's defense attorney, Paul Kavanaugh, for comment. Brock's $200,000 bond continued from the one set previously in the court for the original murder charge on April 10th. Clark County prosecutor Daniel P. Driscoll, this is what he said. Brocc shot Hall several times outside of his South Charleston home on March 25th.
South Carolina.
According to a criminal complaint, Hall was taken to a local hospital where she died. Brocc told police that prior to the shooting, he had received threatening phone calls from a male caller who attempted to extort money from him, claiming one of Brock's relatives was being held in jail, then threatened him and his family. When the 61-year-old Hall arrived in her Uber at Brock's residence, he shot her multiple times. The release states. So Brocc was arrested and charged as police saw no active threat present by Hall during the encounter. Yeah, you can clearly see on the video when they were outside, you could see him pointing the gun, and she was just trying to get away from him. And all she had in her hand was a pair of glasses and her cell phone. That's all you saw in her hand. She didn't have a knife or a gun. She had nothing.
Oh, you'll be late tomorrow.
So anyway, police released dash cam video obtained by Hall's vehicle. Thank goodness she had that dash cam there. You know, or otherwise nothing would have been caught like it was. So, you know, the dash cam was from her vehicle of Brocc confronting her outside his home. CNN reached out to Hall's family for comment. According to the prosecutor, the judge will set Brock's next court date in the coming weeks. The Clark County Sheriff's Office previously said the original scam remains under investigation. If he has dementia, was there a scam in the first place?
No.
But see, me, I'm not buying it 100%. I want to see if there's any medical documentation that this man have.
I think it's all
dementia, or is it just cover coming from the mainstream news?
Yeah, nothing to do with it.
I think it's cover coming from the mainstream news.
I don't think it makes any sense at all.
So Hall received a request on the Uber app to pick up a package from Brock's residence, according to the news release. Authorities believe she was unfamiliar with the circumstances surrounding the request. Hall arrived in her Uber And dash cam video from her car shows her getting out of the car to speak to Brocc. According to the news release, she made no demands of Brocc other than to ask about the package she was supposed to retrieve. Brocc was arrested and charged with murder as police saw no active threat presented by Hall during the encounter. Brocc failed to contact the authorities for assistance. This is according to the sheriff's office. He pled not guilty and he received a bond of $200,000 on Wednesday. Now, someone said he bonded out, but it certainly does not say that here. You know, Hall's family and law enforcement said that Uber was in contact with her family. This is a horrific tragedy, and our hearts continue to be with Lolitha and her loved ones as they grieve, the Uber spokesperson said in a statement to CNN. We have been in contact with law enforcement and remain committed to supporting their investigation. Uber has banned the account of the individual who ordered Hall's Uber to Brock's house, the company said. Authorities believe the individual was either the original scam caller or an accomplice, according to the release. The company says it is committed to the safety of Uber drivers and has developed safety features, including an in-app emergency button, route sharing features, and the ability to connect to a live safety agent. It's unclear if authorities have identified the owner of the account or made any additional arrests. CNN has reached out to Clark County Sheriff's Office for more information. All right, so he now has 5 charges on him, and I sure hope the family get a good lawyer. You really have a hell of a case on this one. You know, this woman, as I stated before, was just out doing a job. She was out doing a job. She was doing what y'all call pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Well, that's what she was out there doing. And she senselessly lost her life. And again, until there is medical proof, I'm not fully buying the dementia story. And I notice I don't see that in the articles either. So I'm not fully buying it. I think the people that are coming up with
buying
that
it at all. It's a bunch of
possibly trying to
bullshit.
give
It's all
this man
black
some
person
kind of
out there, and he
cover
went out there to
for
kill
what
her.
he did.
Period. Because of that.
So
That's
y'all,
obvious.
please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the
Frontline Black
notification bell.
News.
See
To
you on
Frontline Black
the
News, Miss Cabral.
video. Peace, family.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out from Sin City tonight. Is because I cannot afford to burn up all this data. So of course our hearts go out to the family of the sister that died. And then also, okay, and then keep in mind.
Are you worried that using your home address for business puts your privacy at risk? At iPostal One, we can help.
They do
So
have a
you've
missing
started your own
DoorDash driver in the
Maxwell
city
Anderson.
of Chicago. Okay, I'm out, y'all.
All right,
Night,
Roger,
night.
thank you.
All right, night from Sin City. Okay, take care.
Yeah, because someone said, yeah, it's the daddy from Family Matters. The daddy was bending it over and shit. Hey, for real, like, and I'm like, how is man still alive just taking down everybody from like the 80s and 90s to like 2024? And that's a lot. I'd be surprised if that shit be working. I was like, yeah, don't be lying on my dick. Hey, just wake up. That's what I would say, man. With all this having sex and shit you be doing all these years, allegedly. You know what I mean? Would you think it would still work?
Yes.
Huh? You would think so?
Yes.
I would tell everybody to stop lying on my dick and tell me it didn't work anymore. He's lying. He's lying. What's the next topic?
What do you mean? What's the next topic? That's what I gotta say.
Pretty much, because I don't even know what we're talking about.
Oh God, we were talking.
You were sleeping. I had to wake you up.
We were talking about the black Uber driver getting killed by the 81-year-old.
Yeah, I think it's all lies. The reason I think it's a lie, like his story don't make sense. If he had dementia like that, he'd be watched by family by that point in time, or start to get, put in some sort of home where they know how to deal with that better. If he was hallucinating, or that for some reason dementia does something to a person's mind, seen it firsthand. So I think it's a lie. And what does she got to do with anything? Like, if you really listen to it, like, I think you just threw some sort of made up shit out there just to try to get out of it. But for 61 with dementia, you sure managed to get a bond together, a lawyer, you know what I mean? So you can't really think it's a real situation. Like, you really tell the truth.
Right.
Because he's doing a lot of cognitive behavior. That 61-year-old with that kind of level of dementia wouldn't be able to do. So I think it's cap. Go ahead. There you go. No.
All right. Yeah, so I hope the sister gets justice.
Yeah, for sure.
Or her family gets justice for this shit. And this white supremacy had intentions, documented intentions to kill black people. So it gets treated as a hate crime. Another reason why we need a hate crime bill passed in the law at the national level. So the next topic is Maxwell Anderson, white supremacist, deleted Sade Robinson, and the RWS media is quiet about his history.
Yeah, my foot is burning up. I just heating up. Look, feel how hot it is, baby. Feel how hot it is. It's like a fire. Like no, the foot.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Just like out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
What is that about?
I don't know.
I don't know. Why you so sleepy because you smoked all that weed?
Tired.
Let's go. Cut it off. Good night, everybody.
No.
Toodles.
No.
You got the thing tomorrow anyway.
I already know, but can we at least get through this topic?
Yeah, I'm tired.
I am, but
all right, just
still got to do the topic.
Get to it. So it's about that screen for like 8 minutes.
What do you think?
I'm gonna sleep. Just go.
It's not bad.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recording.
Maxwell Anderson charged with deletion and mutilation of 19-year-old Sade Robinson.
Shout out Survive from Black Light Revelations for updating us on this racially motivated attack.
What?
Yeah, so off the loop.
It's like slurring because you're tired.
All right, how many people heard about this? If you guys heard about this, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't, give me a thumbs down. Okay, so we're gonna listen to this.
Answers and some closure in a gruesome murder mystery that's gripped the Milwaukee area for more than a week now. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jessa Brycebeck.
And I'm Amanda Porterfield. This morning, Maxwell Anderson was charged with murdering and dismembering 19-year-old Sade Robinson. The charges link 2 stories we've been covering for more than a week.
Here go my question. What would inspire you to delete and then dismember somebody?
Right.
Trying to get away with deleting them. But first and foremost, what would be your motive for deleting that individual?
When I see it the first time.
I ain't trying to. What was wrong with that dude?
Oh boy.
And I'm not trying to be, not trying to be funny here, but he looks very demented. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree that he looks extremely demented, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't think that he looks demented, give me a thumbs down. Sometimes you know what I'm saying, like you can kind of look at people and tell this dude got like a little Charles Manson look to him.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
You got
I don't know.
You got some
I'm kind of judgmental. If you look kind of crazy, in most cases, I kind of tend to treat you like you're crazy until you prove otherwise. I know I shouldn't do that, according to societal standards, but I do because I don't care about societal standards. I do what I want to do, and I encourage everybody else to too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I judge. Don't judge me. No, I judge. Isn't that crazy how they tell you not to judge people, but then you end up, if you get caught committing a crime, you go somewhere to be judged? Yeah, judge. I judge people. This dude looks crazy. You know what I'm saying? He looks like somebody, he looks like what might be under a Jason Voorhees mask or a Michael Myers mask or something like that. He'd be one of them people that I'd be real agitated. Like if I was in line next to him at Walmart or something, he was staring at me. Like I had to say, like, bro, what are you looking at? You know what I'm saying? Like you look weird, homeboy. One of them people that just sit there staring at you and don't say nothing or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy look weird. I'm telling you, if you get the feeling that people are weird, or if you get the feeling that something is weird, 9 times out of 10, it is. Always follow your gut. Always. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're just gonna listen to this.
The missing woman, Robinson, and body parts discovered in several locations throughout the city and county. Prosecutors now say at least 2 of those body parts are Sade Robinson's, and officers are looking for more of them.
We have team coverage for you tonight of this breaking news. CBS 58's Taj Mahal and Bryant McCrae will have details on the investigation, but we start with Adam Reif live from Anderson's Southside home, breaking down the new information tonight. Adam.
And this home is where prosecutors say Maxwell Anderson killed Sade Robinson after the two went on a date last Monday. A few blocks away is where Anderson was taken into custody a few days later. In moments, you will see new video of that arrest in progress. Now, this case is bringing into light the story that has simmered in the shadows for days. While a concern...
Now, let me ask you guys this. Why do you guys think that the mainstream media is not talking about this? I mean, this, what was that lady, that woman, the white lady that disappeared, Gabby Petitio or whatever her name was? Yeah. Shout out to Toya. What's good with it, Toya? You guys remember her?
Yes, last summer.
Yeah, listen, man. I ain't even going there, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, they had her all over the TV. You know what I'm saying? But they're not saying too much about this woman right here. And that's a shame because they should.
Yeah, they should.
Right.
Cut her up in like pieces. And did they ever find her?
I can't remember.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what else is interesting? They're not really flashing old boy around like the disgusting killer that he is.
No.
Yeah, family in the park looking for the body parts, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why y'all think that the mainstream media is so silent on this? Why do you think Fox News just isn't outraged about that? What was that lady, the woman that got deleted by the Migrant? Oh man, they were just so up in arms about that. We got to do something about these migrants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But we don't have to do anything about this. We'll just act like this didn't happen.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this? No, I didn't hear about it. Why didn't I hear about it? Because, we don't want to hear about it. So we're going to make our news not say too much about it.
Man, that's why I posted it so many times.
Shout out to Tania. Tania says the news is already covering him for mental illness. So this is what's interesting. Don't you notice? Isn't it interesting how a lot of these people never have a mental illness until they come in contact with black people? Yeah. You think that's why they hate us so much? We bring out mental illness in people.
That's hilarious right there.
Mm-hmm.
See how funny that was. But
Oh man, I knew I should have went to school to be a psychologist. I could have locked everybody up and put them in a straitjacket. Then we wouldn't have anything to worry about.
Word.
Because upon entering my office, you know what I'm saying, the mental illness would just jump out.
Immediately, as soon as see black people. Immediately. That's why I would use it as.
Don't you guys think that there should be special protections for us from the United States government if every time people come in contact with us, they go into a psychosis and become homicidal? Don't you guys think that that's something that we should have?
In a hot box around nobody killers.
Shout out to Miss Nisi. Miss Nisi says being black means expendable. Not to me. Right. Not to me, right? And hopefully not to you guys, which means that we know that nobody else is going to do anything about it, which means that we got to do something about it. Right. We got to handle it.
So I said last night, this is a we all right.
Right? We got to use that blade logic.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It is interesting. Now, they like to do so many studies, right? They like to do so many studies. Why don't they do the study on how contact with black people creates violent psychosis in non-black people? How come they don't do that? Make that make sense.
Family was looking for a missing woman. Body parts were turning up all across the city of Milwaukee. And now we have more information on why.
Sick son of a hurt my baby.
Sheena Scarborough did not hold back.
Sick son of a
her hatred for Maxwell Anderson was evident from the moment her daughter.
Now look at how they talking about. Of course she hates him. Of course she hates him. He cut her daughter up into pieces. Are you serious?
The city. Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. That's a death penalty.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm glad that she's not holding back for the media, and I hope that she keeps up that same intention.
Talking about what bar though?
What?
Or that same intensity.
Huh?
Yeah, facts. If you guys agree with Hurricane, they want her to forgive that church mindset. Facts. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. I'm glad. I'm glad that the news media picks up on the fact that she hates that guy. Because if somebody takes away one of your loved ones, learn from Botham John's family and that kind of mentality from over there.
Yes.
You don't love people that try to delete you or people that do delete you. You don't do that.
Okay, well, you should be looking at it silly with your eyes closed like that.
Now, what's interesting about this is that they always talk about the mental illness and excuse harm against us as a result of other people's mental illness, but they never talk about the mental illness of forgiving people that actually have taken away your family members, because that's also a form of mental illness.
Right. Exactly. That's delusional thinking.
Now, my question for you guys is, why do they not ever talk about that?
Because they don't want to. They want you to forgive.
I don't think that you're supposed to love people that harm you or harm your family. I don't think that you're supposed to do that.
Maybe.
I don't think that anybody should do that. I don't think that now going back to what we talked about at the beginning of this live stream, when you tell people that you love the people that harm you, I don't think that you get forever payouts from people that harm you, like how the people did at the beginning of the live stream, if you feel what I'm saying.
That's the video.
And on why.
Sick son of a hurt my baby.
Sheena Scarborough did not hold back.
Sick son of a
her hatred for Maxwell Anderson was evident from the moment her daughter's alleged killer walked into the courtroom.
50 minutes.
Prosecutors say Anderson and Sade Robinson went out to 2 restaurants and bars the night of April 1st, then returned to Anderson's home on South 39th Street. They say at some point that night, Anderson killed Robinson, dismembered her body, then drove her car around while he scattered the body parts in various places.
Now, let me ask you guys this. how many like why would you, like to me, right? If somebody does like if you've never heard like if there's no motive for him to do that, which there clearly wasn't because they had just met. This dude seems like he's crazy, like he's a sick psycho, and more than likely he's probably done this before. How many of y'all think that this dude probably has done this before? And if they actually do an actual investigation on him and not handle him with kid gloves, then they'll probably find more people that he's deleted. Probably more black women, because
people were looking for him.
You know,
they have survived.
you just gotta assume certain things.
One turned a red rabbit, a big ass ditch in the back of his car.
This dude strikes me as the type of person that targeted her and wanted to do this to her because she was black.
Yep, stay black, dangerous. Look forward to the.
And the reason why, I guarantee you that if we go back into his history, he's dated or been on dates with many non-white or many non-black women,
in Colorado,
and somehow they survived. See, so if you say this to somebody, they'll sit there and say, you're just focused on race. Nobody's focused on race. I guarantee you that this dude has been with multiple non-black women, and somehow they're all still alive. The one black woman that he gets with, she's scattered all over the city. And that's a non-deniable pattern. So no, nobody's going to stop talking about something because you don't like how it sounds. Because I guarantee you that family doesn't like how their daughter is mutilated and gone. And people got to keep that intensity on that.
Who does that?
They want people to be giving people hugs like Amber Geiger got. Man, that's that Botham John stuff, man. Ain't nobody on that. Those are different people.
Yes, that would do like a party.
You know what I'm saying?
The allegations and the complaints are abhorrent. It is the highest level of violence imaginable.
Anderson also did Sade's car and lit it on fire. He spoke just once during Friday's hearing.
Do you understand?
So I mean, like, he clearly knew exactly what he was doing. He was definitely trying to hide the fact that he did this. And now let me ask you guys this question. You know, when they went and told that nobody was jumping out the window to cooperate with him, you know that because you know how shameful these people are. You know what I'm saying? So you know when they went and told the law enforcement, you know, law enforcement took all day. They threw the file on the desk, sat around and said, we'll have somebody working on it, and then went and sucked down a bunch of donuts.
Yeah. Yeah, because the family took matters in their own hands. They had to go look for this lady.
Yeah.
Because they were like, we'll just go look for her. That's what happened. That happened here a couple of times.
You know that's what happened. A bunch of don't call us, we'll call you.
Yeah, wake up, Jesse.
And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. We got 47 people watching it. We got 72 likes. If everybody could smash on that like button and get us over 100, even though it won't do anything, it's just good. That'd be great.
Oh, say please. Yes, you can.
Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell and shared the stream to your social media, take a moment and do that as well. All right. And also be sure to hit that link in the comment section to join the Discord to never miss a notification, and make sure that you follow me on Twitter at Base Reality 2 and on Rumble and Twitch if you got Twitch.
Maximum potential penalties.
I'm gonna piss her on it.
Anderson's attorney first tried to get the homicide charge thrown out.
And there's nothing in here that says that she died at Mr. Anderson's home.
Up the fentanyl. They're doing the fentanyl thing again. You know, he just happened to cut her all up and spread her all over the city. But I mean, he didn't do it though. It's amazing.
More the reason. Jesse, please.
It's amazing. The audacity is just all the levels are off the chart. Make sure you guys show my man DeAndre some love. Throw some like enforcers in the chat for DeAndre. Appreciate you, bro.
Do you know anything about this kid?
It is the highest level of violence imaginable.
Anderson also did Sade's car and lit it on fire. He spoke just once during Friday's hearing.
Do you understand the maximum potential penalties?
Piss her on it.
Anderson's attorney first tried to get the homicide charge thrown out.
And there's nothing in here that says that she died in Mr. Anderson's home.
Sade's mother again lashed out.
So I'd ask you to dismiss that count before we address.
Anderson's attorney then alluded to Anderson being innocent.
Had Mr. Anderson been involved in this horrible tragedy, we would expect one to flee.
But bail was ultimately set at $5 million. Sade's family had been searching for her ever since her disappearance. Authorities used phone records.
So as you guys can see, her family had to search for her. You know the police weren't about to get up and do it.
No, because I can't. Because you can't fall asleep. I'm not paying attention to you.
We know why.
You are falling asleep, and I'm not gonna pay attention to you.
I'm gonna let everybody. I need everybody in the comment section to answer Hurricane IQ's question. Hurricane IQ says, "What the H? Why does she sound so compassionate?" We know why.
Real bad look. Come on.
And that's what people should. That's what people need to deal with.
You know what? You don't need my help.
People need to move on the answer.
Or listen.
We know why.
Hear me? Somebody help me there.
Shout out to DeAndre. Shout out to my man Vincent. What's good with it, bro? DeAndre says, question, Rob, because Tyler just reminded me of something. You know anything about YouTube only sending out 5 notifications per channel a day? Or you think it's a channel by channel thing? Nah, and honestly, I think 5 notifications is more than what they used to, because if I'm not mistaken, I think they used to only send out 3. But usually, in most cases, I don't really... I never use unless like I'm about to grift on Fresh and Fit later on the day, unless I'm doing some grift content because they, you know what I'm saying, giving out some views and giving some subscribers. I never really use up that many notifications. I don't really use up more than 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? But I've heard that they limit the notifications though. If I'm not mistaken, I think back in the day they used to only put out 3. I think they only used to put out 3. That's one of the reasons why when I publish some videos, if I had other content going on, I used the Premiere format so people had an option to hit the bell, because that option to hit the bell will guarantee you another notification. But aside from that, though, I don't usually worry about the notifications too much because most of y'all in the Discord already. So y'all always get the notifications, or y'all on Twitter, something else. I don't know if that survey is still there. But if that survey is still there, most of the notifications, most people probably get them from Discord. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you already know that. You shout out to my man Vincent Harper. You already know, bro. I still got like, I was talking in the Discord earlier. I still got like 10 hours of content of Fresh and Fit that I got to do and then chop it up into like 10-minute videos. Throw that up on there. Throw that up on there. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could get the same type of engagement on this content right here, and YouTube's not going to push it out, even though the engagement is the same. You know what I'm saying? Which doesn't make any sense, which shows that they prioritize certain content over the other content. But we gonna work it, though. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? You got to work within the system to break the system. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Surveillance video and home security video to close in on Anderson.
Shout out to Jay. What's good with it, Jay?
April 4th. Friday brought some answers for the family, but also more questions.
Do something like this to my beautiful baby. She hurt nobody.
And little closure.
Me and my family would never be okay. Imagine trying to bury your niece with nobody for the service.
Damn. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just ugh. Man, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate, man. And again, y'all know what I always say, man. No parents should have to bury their children. That's knowing this dude is a scuzz bucket and knowing that he's on Team America too. He's on Team America. Because you know all of the population at large and all the non-black people is rooting for him. They not saying anything other than sitting there telling the mom not to be a victim. Well, don't you be a victim? Well, she is the victim. Oh man, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Don't get me started.
And prosecutors say there are still missing body parts as they continue to look for all the human remains from Sade Robinson. Maxwell Anderson will return to court 1 week from Monday. Live here in Milwaukee, Adam Rife, CBS 58 News.
Such a tough story, Adam. Thank you. And we have been working to get answers to this story from law enforcement about this case for more than a week now.
And today, after days of silence, we're finally here.
So now let me ask you guys this. Why do you think law enforcement isn't giving them any information? Isn't it interesting when it comes to certain situations like this? If this was a Gabby Petito, the information would be all over the place. New York Post would have printed 15 articles about it already, and she would have been found by a bunch of YouTubers that are AI friendly that all have over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, a million subscribers and done content on them. I didn't know that, Miss Nisi. Now, why would they protect him? They giving him the Chauvin treatment. Why would they protect this piece of crap? You know why they would protect this piece of crap. They protecting him more than they protected her. He's not the one that's missing body parts that everybody got to go around and find, but they protecting him.
Hearing from the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office and the Milwaukee Police Department. CBS 58's Taj Mahal joins us live in studio with more on the investigation. Tajma?
Amanda Jessup, a joint press conference was held this morning. The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office and Milwaukee Police, along with assistance from several other agencies, worked closely to connect the dots on this investigation, starting with the discovery of the severed leg at Warnemont Park.
And so the leg was amputated from the around the hip down. As a result, the leg appeared to be that of an African-American female. Subsequently,
I mean, my question is, this dude got all of these criminal skills and all of these mutilation skills to be able to cut somebody up and burn the car. He got all of these skills just overnight, like he took her out on a date and then just snapped. If you ask me, there's no possible way that he didn't do something like this before, because you just don't decide to start doing stuff like this. This is pattern behavior. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Tania. Tania says he has domestic violence in his past. I would not be surprised if he had even more than domestic violence in his past. I bet you this dude probably either has a past of some other stuff or he done got away with some other stuff. Hey, Tetra said Taj Mahal. Some people's parents play too much. Hey, they look, they be playing too much. Man, why? You know what I'm saying? They did it again.
I'm a therapist who goes to therapy, and some people think that's strange. The thing is, though, therapists are human beings just like you. If you've been thinking about or know that you need to go to therapy, listen, it's not abnormal, weak, or weird to feel overwhelmed, angry, depressed, confused when life is
oh man, they did it again.
a Milwaukee police officer who was aware of our investigation raised the possibility that the leg may be related to a missing person investigation that they were conducting.
The missing person was 19-year-old Sade Robinson, and we now know the leg discovered belonged to her. During a news conference, Sheriff Danita Ball and Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman confirmed many of the details listed in the criminal complaint against Maxwell Anderson, including a timeline of how the investigation began.
On Wednesday, April the 4th, our investigation led to a person of interest, Maxwell Stephen Anderson.
After the severed leg was recovered, Milwaukee police discovered Sade Robinson's car had been set on fire. The arson investigation led police to the discovery of other human remains found in Milwaukee.
Video surveillance recovered from the arson investigation led investigators to search the area of 3000 West Galena Street on Friday, April 5th.
Facts.
Investigators.
Facts. Now we're gonna talk about his history, right? But let me ask y'all this: why do you all think that the mainstream media is protecting his history? Because we know that they are, right? That's not even a question. But why do y'all think that they are? And again, this is one of the reasons why it's so important for us to have our own media and like our own actual media, a network with money, so that we can utilize the media to push repeated political messages and to provide information that's necessary for us to improve our situations, bringing in dough so that paychecks can get paid. You know what I'm saying? Because if we rely on this media is not created to provide information for us. Right. Now shout out to Last Name. Last Name says, why is the mainstream media covering this story with wall-to-wall coverage? Right. Well, one reason why is because the wrong color person is the victim and the wrong color person is the perpetrator. You can't have somebody out here looking like Jax on Sons of Anarchy or some Brad Pitt looking dude out here being the face of deleting some black woman. You can't do that. You can't have the people that don't do anything wrong ever in the spotlight of doing something wrong at some time. That's not how this works. That's the job of our media to do. If we want to use our media to protect ourselves, because they consider this self-protection. That's what they consider it. You know what I'm saying? Their credo is that they must harm and dominate in order to maintain freedom and sovereignty for self. Okay, bet. Right. Yeah, no outcry from the Me Too crowd, no outcry from Hollywood. Has any celebrities said anything about this? Probably not. And the reason why is because, see, resource drought. If we owned the businesses, we could pay the celebrities to spread the message about this. Act outraged and disgusted with the majority of American society, which is one of the reasons why it's important for us to get businesses so that we can create our own page shills for us. People always say that you got to fight fire with fire. I disagree 100%. I completely disagree with that statement. You got to fight fire with water, or you got to fight fire by removing all of the oxygen. How many people have ever heard of the fire triangle? The fire triangle is a graphic that represents all of the elements that's necessary for fire to continue to burn. You don't fight fire with fire. All that does is just add more fire, which doesn't necessarily do anything. You fight fire by removing one of the pieces of the fire triangle. One reason why people have a difficult time figuring out a lot of these simple situations is because the people who allegedly are supposed to be telling people how to figure out these simple situations are telling you 2 + 2 = 5. And then people don't understand why things don't add up. Well, they don't add up because you've been taught the incorrect addition. You know what I'm saying?
Located human remains in the area.
Officials say the remains found at
Right. Now, again, right. See, shout out to Patrick, right? Patrick says black celebrities only speak on white people and white issues. Now, here goes the thing, right? Why is that? That's because white people and white issues are paying their black celebrity paychecks. It's just that simple. Which is one of the reasons why we have to start creating industry, property, plant, and equipment to where we have a self-generating revenue source where we can start paying people to be our puppets. If you get a paycheck, wherever you get your paycheck from, the expectation should be for most people that most people are going to try to protect their source of revenue, which means that in order to mitigate that, we have to become the source of revenue and block out that other source of revenue. But see, the issue is that people are not interested in doing that. People literally believe that these other businesses should somehow have some type of ethical obligations that we ourselves would not practice. Let me ask you guys this question. If you have somebody held to a contractual agreement and it's not in their best interest, it's not in your best interest for them to say certain things, aren't you going to deter them from saying those certain things by levying a penalty if they break the rules of that contract? You know, you'll keep getting paid real good, but if you start getting out of hand, we're going to have to knock off 10% here or there. Nah, people want that whole paycheck. And they're weaponizing the ability to pay out the money. Anytime you are paid a paycheck, you run the risk of that unless you write your own checks. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Now, shout out to DeAndre. DeAndre says black celebrities are detached from the black community. I hear people say that, and I get where you're coming from, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they're detached from the black community. I would say that they get their pay from outside of the black community. People are loyal to the money. People can be bought. What people need to start looking at is people need to not necessarily look at loyalty or look at ethics, but look at motive. Look at motive. Most of these people are money hungry, so they'll do anything for money. But if we got people that are controlling all the money, then that blocks us out from being able to have influence. You know what I'm saying? So now I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to say that, quote unquote, black celebrities are detached from the black community. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's some celebrities that is arguable. Yeah, it's some celebrities that for sure, you know what I'm saying, are detached. You know what I'm saying? You got like Stacey Dash and people like that. Yeah, for sure. Them types. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't disagree. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, there's some, you know what I'm saying? You know, they you know, I don't really think that they detached. You know what I'm saying? I think what it is that they don't have any concept of loyalty, and they're loyal to where the money is. They're loyal to where that good life is coming from. They're loyal to them butter biscuits, is what people would say.
Thank you, Black Belly. I realized he had a mute. Apologize. That's good. Thank you, Black Belly. We're gonna leave that right there because it is getting really, really late. And we have so much to do tomorrow. And Jesse has the food bank. He has to take care of the elders. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that right there. We'll see you tomorrow for Frontline Black News Part 2. I have no idea where we're at. I can't see it that far. Season 4. Episode 3, Part 2. I'm sorry, Felly. If you could only see how bad my eyes and face and stuff is, you'd understand. Be looking forward to a couple of PSAs, possibly a live in between the morning and Frontline Black News from you if you're over there in tune with what's going on in Denver. Be alert. Be looking out. It might happen, it might not, depending on what. If I feel well enough. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for showing up. We always want to thank Shabaka, everybody that showed up in the chat. Thank you very much, and y'all have a beautiful evening. Get some rest. Stay favored. Stay black. Stay dangerous. We'll see you for the next portion of Frontline Black News tomorrow night, same time. All right, great. Thank you.